You should just tell her how you feel.
Sorry, what? Wait, is it that obvious?
Boys,
So obvious, Santa.
Tomorrow. And who can't see it?
I know, right? I can't wait to see the cards you've all made. Oh, you're a big one, aren't you?
I didn't know exactly what to expect. I asked her a lot of questions because
Yeah.
she has some experience with it. All I knew was that as soon as some of my neighbors found out and some other people found out across the country, I received a lot of text messages from people that I didn't know were Hallmark watchers.
Okay.
A lot of people, a lot of different industries, people you wouldn't expect. But I'm learning to expect that people watch Hallmark. And so that was really, learning that from everybody was kind of great because it was like, okay, you got to focus on what you're doing here, Matt. There's a lot of people watching this. And so I kind of stepped in. I kind of got a sense of what was going on, and everybody really, really knew what they were doing. Very professional set, very well run machine. And so it was very easy to fall into it.
Having lightning strike twice,
Yeah.
in the sense that, Teen Wolf, I felt like a block party on a global scale, and I know that's not normal. And then my first movie was with Tyler Hines, Time for Him to Come Home for Christmas was my first Hallmark movie. And just like Matt, I asked Tyler a ton of questions, and that man was so sweet. He answered every single one of them. And I then got a glimpse into the passionate community of Hallmark. And it did feel familiar, but it almost felt more familial than Teen Wolf felt, in the sense that so many people have come up, look like my mom's friends, or sometimes they are Teen Wolf age, with more the 20s and 30s, sometimes teenager fan base. But there was just something, I don't know, it felt more like a family reunion with Hallmark, and then it felt like all my little sisters on Teen Wolf. So there was a bit of a crossover in, obviously, their passion, though.
Yeah, the thing is there is a subtle difference, and it's hard to identify exactly what that is.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that right now. But you want to give fans of a show, fans of a product, in the case of Shadowhunters, had existing Mortal Instruments book series and all that, right? They want something specific. And you want to give fans what they want, because this is who you're making this for. So you want to give them what they're looking for. And in order to do that, you have to sort of identify what is that thing, because it's not so easy to sort
It's
of
a party
figure it
vibe,
out.
maybe with the supernatural folks, and it's more of like a holiday dinner vibe with
Yes.
the Hallmark folks.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And so, it is interesting.
They're slightly different.
I was a Giants fan.
Okay.
I am a Giants fan, but I'm taking a little break because they're treating me wrong. And I'm going to be a Bills fan this year. It's not very hard to get behind the Bills. Let me tell you why. Because the fans, just so enthusiastic. I keep using this word enthusiastic with them, but it's totally
They're not called
accurate.
mafia
They're passionate.
for just any reason.
Right.
Yes. And it is like a family. It's great. And the Bills are a great team. I like what they're doing this year. So I'm all in on the Bills this year. I keep saying it. I'm all in on the Bills. And the Giants, I'll go back to you when you earn a little place.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not the Yankees. You don't get my lifelong support no matter what. You have to earn it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? And Knicks, you're also on watch. Okay? Because what? What are you doing? I need more from you. Okay? I'm going to still support you, but come on.
And you grew up in Texas?
I said I'm not a football fan, but I'm a Bills fan, and that's absolutely true. I've been watching their score all season. And, my family is more the Cowboys fans. I've always said if they ever do a Cowboys movie, I would love I don't know. I'm going to be rooting for the Cowboys movie for my family's purposes.
Yeah.
But I'm a Bills fan.
I feel like Bills fans have to be passionate because, so many of their games are in freezing, cold
These
weather.
These people are no joke.
Yeah,
they are tough.
They bring it.
Yes.
Oh, theories.
I think it's, you cross over from friendship to something else. You can't go back, guys. You can't go back. So I think just making that move is a big risk.
there's a risk. It's a risk because their families are very close.
Right.
And if
They
this
next to
somehow
each other.
makes things strange, which it would if it wasn't reciprocated.
Right.
Obviously, that's not a great situation. And also, it's hard sometimes to admit how you feel about something, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you love someone a long time. Here's the thing: how long has he been in love with her? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long do you think it's been since like, is it a
I
day
think
one?
It's like a 20-year situation.
Okay.
Like
I think it's always been there.
teenage.
Yeah.
And they're now in their mid-30s, so I'm gonna
It
go,
gets
I'm
a
gonna
little
go 20
more-
years.
Okay, but I think it got really real like the past 2-3 years when you
2
were
3
away.
years.
When
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't seeing you as often.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah. So I think
He had to lose me as a friend to realize he likes me as a something more maybe.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. And friends are just tricky lines to cross.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
and
tricky.
it's families. It's like you gotta like. I almost feel like out of all sort of like the tropes, like friends to lovers is like the most pressure because
Absolutely.
there's so much more involved.
Absolutely.
Especially if your families are close. Like
Yeah.
enemies, like who cares?
They were
Like,
next door neighbors.
Right.
They
Like,
are, yeah.
and how could you tell your mothers that they can't hang out anymore? You
A
know?
lot of crossover.
And no like joint like
No
celebrating
awkward
the bill-
Thanksgivings, awkward Bills games. More
Yeah.
importantly for them.
You'd have to
They
sit on
decorate
like
the yard together.
Yeah.
And now you've got to be like, okay, well they can't be around each other. They got to be sort of cordial, but not, oof, no.
That was a tricky scene,
yeah.
right?
Because I was waiting for like the big reciprocation,
Yeah.
but I kind of like that you guys waited a little bit.
Yep.
I think what I liked about it was that he does it in a way where it's right after all this, like there's all these other moments where you think he's going to make this
Yeah.
grand declaration. And it's almost like part of the flow of things. They've gotten to where they were aiming to get to. They're in the process of finishing up this goal that they've been working for the whole movie. And he just lets it out because he realizes in that moment, because of what he just heard, maybe, possibly, whatever, this is the moment he's just going to say it because it just was like, that's it. I'm fed up waiting.
Yeah.
I got to say it. And as a result, he kind of spits it out. There's a certain level of like relief with it. And I think that not responding is not so surprising because it comes out pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so I think you handled it right. Walk away, take a minute, evaluate.
It's not what I would do as Holland.
Okay.
But I think some people.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what would you
I
do?
would have reciprocated if I had an inkling that I was already struggling or juggling in my brain. And someone said that to me, I think I would not need an extra second. I've already done the percolating. But I do understand that some people almost white out or black out when that pressure's on the line.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a make or break kind of moment there.
Yeah.
And I love how it's
She
like
had to take a beat.
I love how it's like
Good.
he's
Take
like,
a
I'm gonna
beat.
walk
Take a
home,
beat.
and he's like, no, I'll take you home. She's like, no. And, like it just sort of like immediately kind of reverts back to the friendship a little bit, which I thought was really fun and sort of like, like the rubber band sort of snaps back.
Totally.
So and that was like, I think that was indicative of like how strong like their friendship is.
Yeah, and he doesn't take it out on her.
No.
That's the thing. That would be the truly awful thing, is if he's like, oh, I'm mad at her now. Instead, he's just
That
upset
goes to
about
a
it.
Lifetime movie, not a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, but it's the right thing to do. Instead, he's just like, all right, we're friends. All right, fair deal. All right, I think he maybe, he jumped the gun
He was
a little
yearning
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he was acting a little mopey. I like the pacing.
Mixing the two storylines of Uncle Tommy and
Yeah.
Mia, and then us coming together and him being such a big catalyst of getting my Uncle Tommy on the field. I think that was nicely paired with a little Christmas morning, and then now's our big moment. So, it was a nice coming of the
Converging
converging of the storylines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that I like the pacing in the last third of the film. It really
Yeah.
worked for me. I really enjoyed that. So that was really well done.
Dustin,
Credit to the
Dustin, our director, was very good with edits. He already
Yeah.
knew how he wanted to edit. You
Yeah.
almost have to know that when we shot in 17 days. So it was.
I've heard that this is like the Hallmark thing. 3
yes,
weeks in like
directors have to be very organized,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
Dustin was. Oh, it
Yes.
was all Hallmark.
Okay.
Hallmark
Yeah.
Stadium.
All right.
We were there. Okay, well, chill.
He has a lot of issues with this question.
Okay, listen. Yeah, there's a lot of NFL players there, right?
But it would be Matt Daddario.
I'm just saying, you don't know.
Not Gabe DeLuca.
Who knows?
It would be Matt Daddario.
No, it would be Gabe DeLuca. Gabe, look at, he's out there. He's like a gazelle running out there, right? And she's catching the pass because she's a tremendous
All
athlete.
5'4" and me can outrun
Tremendous
you.
athlete, southpaw, got a cannon for an arm. But, you know, look, you have to give him a shot, put him in, coach.
Yeah.
But he didn't get his shot. And that's okay. And I'm definitely not salty about it at all. I'm chill.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
good.
the Giants will give you a chance if you do a holiday touchdown.
Don't get me started. Don't look me up.
Hallmark is, I've said this and I'll continue to say it, that they are exactly what they represent in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Yep.
So if they ever call me for anything, I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I'm very impressed all the way through.
It's Dustin's editing again. He actually had us at our position 1. So as they walk off, we enter. So we didn't have a lot of time to hang out, but you know, it was sort of done as a oneer.
Okay.
And how the camera moved. We had this thing called the scissor jib, since you guys are TV guide. And
Yeah.
you might like a little bit of the gear talk, in that they built this crane that was meant for indoors or outdoors. And it's a mini crane that saved a lot of money. And we were able to move this crane around and get these incredible shots. So anytime you see the camera kind of float up, that's the scissor jib. So because of that particular piece of equipment they built for this film, that's how we were able to sort of swerve in and out. And that's how we filmed that. So we weren't really hanging out that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it kind of felt like a passing of the baton.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, everyone's biased in this answer of who do we want the next NFL team to be. I'm going to say the Cowboys just because I'm from Dallas.
I've been saying the Colts because I went to Indiana, IU, and I like Indiana. I like Indianapolis, like the team. And I've been saying that, you know, I think it's important to get I think Jones deserves some attention. But I think that, you know, okay, because I've been saying Indiana all the time, I don't know. It's not the Giants. Giants aren't ready yet.
We've had one New York one. We
could take a little break, you know, just chill a little bit. I don't know. You know what? I don't really think there's a better choice. I'm going with the Colts again. I'm going to go with the Colts again.
Okay.
Browns aren't ready. No, it's too close
There's
to
a lot of
Patriots? No?
We're Bills fans.
Okay.
I will say,
Look, I'm a big Drake May fan. He went to UNC.
There's a lot of big fandoms out there,
allowed
so
to
I
be a
think
fan of
whoever
him.
they end up choosing is for the right reasons.
Yeah.
There's a lot of research that goes into these decisions. So I'm proud and so honored to be the second lineup out of their, you know, because Crown Media is located in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So Bills fans, guys, you know, you were the first chosen
They
out
really
front
were
of
the
home
first
team.
choice. They were
Really?
first choice.
First choice,
First
kind of,
choice.
sorta.
Yeah.
As far as the, you know, the mafia goes, the fandom of the Bills. But yeah, I would say I think whoever they choose, I mean, it's going to be a huge following.